I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm so sorry for the mess, but this is my corner of chaos. I am Jerry, and we're gonna find out what we're reading in the second month of 2026. I hate pronouncing that month. But before I tell you what we're going to read February, let me tell you what I have read so far for January, because I've already finished the book club books for this month, which were Squeak by Vera Valentine and Vurt by Jeff Noon. Now, Jeff Noon is about, in short, Vurt Feathers, which is Vurt stands for virtual, and feathers are the. And I think this is a fascinating story, except that Jeff decided to include dogs in this world where dogs are sometimes robots and humans can be part robot or part smoke or something. I don't know how to explain it correctly because I want to keep it short, but basically, dogs can be part human or part robot. And it's implied off page that humans do what humans do with these creatures. And when it was off page, I was already a little bit upset because I just don't. I think in images. I don't know about you, but I have no voice when it comes to my imagination. So when at the ending it became quite descriptive, even if it was very short, because it was really short. A few pages, but it really took me out of the story and it ruined the ending for me. Even though it would have been quite impactful. Rose was really interesting, but yeah, no, that just ruined it for me. And I think the last 25% just, I just went through it because I wanted to get to the end. I do think I want to continue the series so I can give an informed opinion about this author, because I don't know, maybe he really did it for a shock factor. And in that case, I'm just not a fan of that kind of stuff, and especially not when animals are involved. So, if you do want to join us for this month and you decide to pick up Vert, maybe look at the trigger warnings because you might feel the same way about this. I wasn't prepared for it, so I want you to know that that is something that comes up in this book. I don't have a copy of Squeak by Very Valentine. The full title of that was a Megaverse or something. There's also a sequel called Squeak the Squeakquel or something. I'm not entirely sure. I do have to say that I don't think that Squeak is supposed to be taken too seriously. Yes, it's like spice and smut, but it's mostly just over the top ridiculous. So much so, it's so bad really that it becomes amazing. And if you read the author thingy at the back of Squeak, you also see that this author probably writes just a lot for shits and giggles. It reminded me a lot of the mindset that some of the NaNoWriMo people had every year, which is just to have fun. Writing should be fun. So I laughed and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Not for the spicy reasons, but just because it was so ridiculous. If I had to tell you one or the other, I would probably read Squeak. And if you don't like the smutty, spicy stuff, you can just skip that because the rest is just so insane. There's so much in those few pages that I want to see where it goes now. And now for February, the second month of 26. I have yet to receive my copies. I ordered them a few weeks ago, but there was like the holidays and it's been snowing. And for some reason, if there's two leaves on the road, then in the Netherlands, suddenly there's just chaos everywhere. Who am I to judge? I am chaos myself. So, so I can't show you my copies. We are talking about Elsie Silver's Flawless and James Herbert's Magic Cottage. Now, with the Magic Cottage, I had a few glitches in my brain. First, I thought I would have to reread the Magic Mountain, which I just barely finished on the last day of 25. I fought for my life because I was so determined to finish it. I'd been reading it for months and months. The experience of never mind. I'll get it. It's in a 2025 rep. I won't get into it now. Anyway, I almost, freaked out because I thought I can't do this. Not right now. I want to reread it, but not right now. But it's not. It's James Herbert, not Thomas Mann, and it's The Magic Cottage. So let me tell you what this is about, according to Goodreads, and it seems like it's a quote of someone. We thought we'd found our haven, a cottage deep in the heart of the forest, charming, maybe a little run down, but so peaceful. That was the first part of the magic. Mitch's painting and my music soared to new heights of creativity. That was another part of the magic. Our love for each other? Well, that became the supreme magic. But the cottage had an alternative side, the bad magic. What happened to us there was horrendous beyond belief. The Keelings, the crazy sect who wanted our home for themselves, the hideous creatures that crawled from the nether regions, and the bats. Oh God, the bats! Even now, those terrible things seem impossible to me, yet they have happened. It's between 300 and 400 pages long, or if you want to listen to it, it's a little less than 12 and a half hours as audiobook. There are quite a few trigger warnings if you go over to the story graph, which is where I usually go if I want to let other people know about what could be troubling about the books that I recommend or talk about. Um, this book was released in 87, so keep that in mind, that there are going to be probably going to be signs of the times in the Magic Cottage. Just because it is not okay now and it wasn't back then, you can't really change anything about it, but we can learn about it, especially if there's subjects in an older book that are still prevalent today. um, and it gives us food for thought, why it was wrong and how we can do better. So just keep that in mind if you pick this one up. It might not be as bad because The Last of the Breed by Louis L'Amour also really surprised me. It wasn't perfect, but you know, it could be not as bad as the trigger warnings on the story graph are warning us. But after Bert, I'm going to be a little bit more careful this year because no. The other option we have for the Cherry Pies book club is Flawless by Elsie Silver, which is a cowboy romance. I have never in my life ever read a cowboy romance, not even close, I think. So let me tell you what Goodreads tells us about Flawless by Elsie Silver. The rules were simple: keep his hands off his agent's daughter and stay out of trouble. But now he's stuck with her. There's only one bet, and well, rules are made to be broken. Rhett Eaton is the face of professional bull riding, the golden boy, or at least he was, until it all blew up in his face after a public brawl. Now his agent says he has to clean up his image and sticks Rhett with his ball-busting daughter for the rest of the season as full-time supervision. Oh, hello. Do you need to pause? Can you just join? Or are we going to do the butt spanks? Where was I? I don't know. Oh, supervision. Right, right. But Rhett doesn't need a goddamn babysitter, especially one with skin tight jeans, a sexy smirk, and a mouth that she can't stop running. And he quickly learns that Summer Hamilton isn't just another conquest. She sees the man behind the mask and she doesn't run. She pulls him closer, even when she shouldn't. She says this means nothing. Rhett says this means everything. She says that there are boundaries they shouldn't cross. That Rhett's reputation can't take any more hits, and neither can her broken heart. Yeah, it's a romance, and there's cowboys, there's bull riding, which um, I don't know how detailed that is going to be, but I, for one, I'm not a fan of bull riding. I know a little bit about it, not enough to actually have an opinion, though. So but keep in mind that that might be a subject that could come, like the specifics about bull riding. I don't think so. It's a romance, but it does say animal cruelty in the trigger warnings. So I think there are other people who are feeling the same way. It's also a minor adult relationship, apparently. I don't know yet. I'm going to find out as soon as my books come in. So those are just a few things to keep in mind, I think. But that's it. Flawless by Elsie Silver and The Magic Cottage by James Herbert. I'm assuming you understand that The Magic Cottage is about magic. It's a fantasy. I think I have to give my cat more butt spanks for now. Again, I'm sorry for the mess. It's for the 2025 rep. I'm working on it. All right. Everything is going wrong this year. Let me know how your year has been going so far, because I feel like um my my only goal that is to add more whimsy this year, and I think that was a good decision. Thank you so much for being here. And it's been an honor that you decided to spend a little bit of your day with me. And I hope to see you very soon. Bye.